Marlins are down 1 in the 8th inning. Oh, Christ. Oh, yeesh. Well, should be able to reset against the Cardinals. Oh, boy. All right, Braxton Garrett against the Rockies. This will stop the bleeding. This will be... okay. Jeez Louise. 8 in a row? What happened to the Fish? They were doing so well before the break, and what's crazy is they've had plenty of chances. In the 8-game losing streak, they've only been out-hit twice, but they just can't finish the job. Strikeouts, base hits, double plays galore. Luis Arraez, man of mythos, struck out twice in one day, both with runners on base. To me, this shows the team is just under a lot of pressure. You remember when Jazz came back and they just slaughtered Boston? Everyone was so relaxed and smiling. They were spreading the work around. There was quality wood for everybody. But now Jazz is gone. The trade deadline is looming. I think everybody's starting to feel the heat and they're maybe trying to do too much at the plate. Ideally, they can get some help at the deadline, but of course the bats are only half the story. The bullpen has been the biggest problem. It's just fallen apart. The way the team is built is they're not really going to score 15 runs in an inning. They've got to hold these tight leads if they're going to win games. And you just haven't been able to count on guys like Okert, Floro, Chaguas. Brazaban has been all over the place. And Puck is probably the most troubling. He was starting to shake a little bit in the closer role as we got closer to the break, and he is just looking really rattled now. 2 home runs in his last 3 appearances, 4 home runs in his last 7. He's really got to clear his chakras if the Fish are going to turn this around. But the bullpen shot to pieces. They had no choice but to start struggling veteran Johnny Cueto, and boy, how I laughed when this was announced. The guy threw 1 inning in April, went on the IL. He's allowed like 15 runs in all his rehab starts, and the team turns to him in desperation after losing 7 games straight. And wouldn't you know it, he was fantastic. 6 innings, 2 hits? I mean, what the hell? Check this out. He's moving the ball all over the plate, breaking ball down and away, fastball up. And what's fun about Cueto is he likes to mess with his rhythm. So here he throws a meatball. You know, that's about as bad a pitch as you can throw, but the hitter wasn't ready because he changed up his rhythm and quick pitched him. And they go top outside, top inside, a little bit lower on the outside, and that's a ground out. And he was striking guys out too, don't get me wrong. This was a ridiculous outing from Cueto. 8 Ks. It can't be stressed enough how low the expectations were. And then I was upset when Skip pulled him because naturally that just meant the bullpen was going to blow the lead. 3-run homer from Chagua and a weak single off Scott in the 9th, and that's that game. Offensively, things are pretty standard. Birdie started things off with a walk. Luis Arraez comes up and takes this pitch way inside down the line. That's a triple. Unbelievable. Look how far in that is. Soler drives him in with a sack, and that's pretty much what you're going to get from the Fish most nights. The bullpen just couldn't hold it together. So that was 8 losses straight. Morale is at an all-time low. Luzardo takes the hill to end the series with the Rockies. He's electric. He strikes out 13, and Skip even learned his lesson. He let him stay out for the 7th inning, so the bullpen only has to pitch 2 innings. The Fish are clinging to a 1-run lead when A.J. Puck lets another homer over the fence. Jeez. At this point, looks like they may never win again. We get to the 10th, and for some reason, they walk Jesus Sanchez? I guess to get the double play, but that lets Luis Arraez come up, bases loaded. You couldn't pick a better player to be up at that moment, and they moved the right fielder to the infield. I guess again, just praying for that double play, but if you know Luis, he can put the ball anywhere he wants. He dunks it into the gap they made for him. That is his ground. Losing streak broken, celebration ensues. So hopefully this gets the guys back on course. You know, Kim Eng actually called me personally during the losing streak. She said, "Sister, you're doing a great job with these Dorsal videos. Just make sure the people know they gotta believe. The team's strength is directly tied to the passion of its fans. The whole thing runs on their faith. It's like Santa." I said, "Kim, thanks so much, but why are you calling me? Can you make some trades?" She is right, of course. I know it's not easy, but this is the best team in years. And hey, they get a few guys at the deadline. Yuri comes back up. Jazz comes back, plays the best 60 games of his life. Who knows what'll happen? August is tough, but it's far from over. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and please keep up your prayers.